right. Another exciting day doing food delivery. Should go to Sprouts, grab some stuff. I'll just drive one lap, see if I get an order. And if not, then I'll head over to Sprouts. Grab some stuff. This is Merle. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. Good morning. Good morning. One like. Thank you. How are you, says Merle? I'm just doing my food deliveries. Trying to. 2 likes. All right. Oh, there they go. Might be getting busier. We will see. Ah, that's how exciting it's been today. I did get 3 orders though. I did get 3 orders done, 3 good orders done. So that's cool. Can't complain. Like to make maybe I like to double what I made today. That's my goal. We'll see what happens. 7 million just showed up in the building. Donnie says, "Hey there, what's up, Donnie?" Uh, Man, Manel's my fave. It's right time for me. Okay, right time for what? Donnie says, "Good afternoon." Hey, good afternoon, Donnie. How you doing? Just doing my little food delivery, waiting for my food deliveries. Guys, if you're new coming in, would you mind please double tapping that screen and leaving us a like so we can get picked up by the algorithm and go viral? Yeah, right. And if you don't mind letting us know where you're from, I think I'm going to park it right here and see what we can see. Get right over here in the shade. It's warm up here, guys. Uh, about it's warm. I don't want to say hot. It's 90 degrees, so it's warm. But yeah. Uh, Mantle. I don't know how you say it. Mantle's my fave. It's right time for me. Okay. Donnie says good afternoon. Right. Donnie says be safe driving. Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm parked now. But thank you, Donnie. Where are you from? Wisdom is mine. I like that name. Do you think we humans deserve anything better in Earth before we rest in peace? Uh, Individually or on the whole? If you're talking about humans as a whole, do we deserve anything better? I don't really know what could be better than what we have right now. Uh, if if it was better, I think people would be probably worse. People are probably worse. I think people don't appreciate what we have right now. So if it got better, probably be worse. So I guess my answer would be no. Humans don't deserve better than what we have right now. I think we got enough. I think we got plenty. If we could get our act together with what we got right now, then maybe, yeah, we could deserve something better. I got another delivery driver sitting right next to me in his car, waiting right here. So that tells you there's not a lot of action today. But we got 8 million in the building here. 2 likes. Guys, if you wouldn't mind, please double tap that screen. Just give us a couple likes, couple more likes. It's it's free and helps our channel immensely. Puts us out in the algorithm a little bit more. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, he's boning out now. Well, that's good. That's one less person I got to worry about when an order pops up over here. Wisdom is mine, says, but we are the only intelligent species out of millions planet which has no life. We are the only intelligent species out of millions planet which has no life. Well, we don't know that. People assume that, but we don't know that. There's probably a lot of life out there. We just haven't found it yet. And even if we were the only ones, like I said, what we got is pretty good. I think if we did better with what we have, we'd be just fine. But yeah, hopefully someday we can find uh, a way to peacefully coexist on this planet as human beings and make it to where everybody has a fair shot at having a good, decent life and hopefully, ending their days with some dignity. But until then, yeah, I don't think we need more than what we got. Uh, what does it say? It says Daffle boy, Daff Florida boy, maybe. I don't know, Dat FL boy. I'm thinking Dat Florida boy. Hi, how you doing? I'm assuming maybe you're from Florida. Luciano Costa says hello. Well, hello. Wisdom's Mind says yes, decent life. I don't know what you mean by decent life. Decent life, like the kind that doesn't build bombs and blow up other people, or decent life that doesn't cut off medical and food aid to people that really need it. That kind of decent life, or are you talking about uh, life other than human beings? Uh, yeah, we definitely got a lot to figure out here on this planet. Sis Merly, thank you. Good morning, sis. 13 million in the building. 3 likes, guys. Man, you're killing me. Killing me. I bet if I had a bikini on, you guys would be like liking the hell out of this right now. Well, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be liking it right now if I was wearing a bikini, but you get what I'm saying though. Please be careful. Sis, I am parked. I am not driving. I'm just waiting on a food order right now. And once I get that food order, when I start driving again, I am definitely going to be careful, sis. Got my word on it. But thank you so much. I'm just hanging out right now. So no worries. But good morning. Good morning out there. What is it? It is 5:40 in the morning out there. Wow. 5:40 Thursday morning. Happy Thursday, sis. Oh man. So did I answer all your questions? Wisdom is mine. Hopefully, I gave you some good nuggets to ponder. Oh, we got 8 million still. 4 likes. Thank you guys. We got one more like. Good looking out. Ma'am Leonila, good morning. How are you? How are you doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Mayong buntag, Ma'am Leonila. Marajal na buntag. Keely says, hey, with the hearts. Hey, Keely. How you doing, Keely? Welcome to the live stream, to the exciting Waiting for Food Deliveries live stream. There's not very many places on YouTube that you can see someone sitting in a car, waiting, talking, just dropping nuggets of wisdom and understanding all over the place. Keely says, LOL, I'm great. How are you? I'm great. I'm doing great. I can't complain. It's been a pretty good morning. Got some stuff done. I got some decent orders this morning done. Just came back from dropping off a weighted vest that I used to use to my son. He's going to be using it. And my wife forgot her phone at home earlier today. I was able to drive back, grab that, take it to her where she was at. So helped her out today. So I've helped out my wife. I've helped out my son. I've gotten people some food, and I got paid for it. That's a good day. I feel pretty good. But thank you. Thanks for asking. Let me see here. Trish Montgomery. Howdy, Trish. How you doing? Where you from, Trish? Iris May Alfaro. Is that Mam Leonila or is it Irish May? Keely's laughing. Man, I know. This is what I do. This is what I have to do because I'm so bored sitting here waiting. I have to just say nonsense, silly stuff to keep myself occupied. And hopefully it's keeping you guys occupied. But thank you guys for coming on in the live. Appreciate you. Keely says, may I ask what your channel is about? Mostly it's just me and my wife going on adventures. We travel around, we travel internationally, we travel around the United States, California, we go hiking. Um, just recently I just started doing this food delivery content just to fill some of the gaps in time where we're not going and doing other stuff. And yeah, it's just just chill. It's just a good time, and nothing too crazy. I'm working on getting monetized, hopefully in the next month or so. But that's pretty much what it's about. Yeah, check out the channel if you get a chance, um, and if you feel like, subscribe. Darth Clorox deleted a message. Okay, Nila, thank you. Wisdom's Mind says yes. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. You mentioned you have kids and wife, and that is what we need. Experience love before we rest in peace. Yeah, I would say that's probably a big goal for everybody, um, just to be loved and give love. I think if you do those two things, your life is generally going to be pretty happy. um, and that's really what, to me, that's really, people say, what is the meaning of life? I don't think there's a meaning to life. I think that meaning is whatever you make of it. But in general, I would say if you're doing the things that make you happy in life and you're doing the least harm to other people, you're living a pretty good life. That's what I would say. So I would agree with you on that. Sarah Andon. Hello. You sound like Miss Doubtfire. Hello. Hello, Sarah Andon. I think I said that right. I don't know. Image Church. Greetings from Uganda, Africa, bro. Thank you. Shout out, Uganda, Africa. Welcome to the live. We got 6 million in the building, and now we got 7 likes. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you guys. Uganda, you are probably it's pretty late over there in Uganda, almost midnight, I would say, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you for staying up late and hanging out with me. Appreciate you. Mam Leonila with the fish. Sarandon says, yo, Image Church, me too. Nice. Well, hey, we got the African connection up in here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Keely says, "Wow, that's amazing. It's a blessing to be able to do that. I will definitely check out the channel and subscribe. I can't wait to see your wife also. Yeah, check it out. I think it's an interesting channel. We're a small channel, but we got a great bunch of communities that we're a part of. We get a good amount of support. We give a good amount of support, and yeah, we just have a good time. That's really all the channel's about. Just sharing our experiences and trying to meet people who are just chill people, just trying to enjoy their time on this planet. And if you're a YouTuber, please, leave a comment if you watch any of the videos, and then that way I can go back to your channel and support you as well. So definitely, Keely, thank you so much. Mam Leonila Sarandon says hi. Sarah and Don. I see Sarah and Don. See, there's always something that makes sense once the person explains it. When you just look at it, you're like, Sarah and you're a deity like I just was. Sarah and Don makes perfect sense now. Thank you for clarifying that. Nice to meet you, Sarah and Don. Sarah and Don, where are you from? Sarah, then Sarah, then Don. Okay, I got you. I got you. Ma'am Leonila with the coffee. Keely says, "Are you currently in the States?" Yes, I am in the States. I'm in California. I'm in Central California specifically. Image Church says it's midnight. Yeah, I knew it was pretty close. I have few friends over there in Africa, and they're I know they're about 9 hours ahead of me. So yeah, it's late. It's late, but thank you for staying up. Hopefully, I can keep you awake for a little while if you're not trying to go to sleep, and entertain you a little bit with my nonsense. Sarah and Don says, Image, do you play Roblox? I don't play Roblox, but maybe Image does. Image Church says, not really, Sarah and Don. Are you from Uganda, Africa? Sarah and Don says, yes, Uganda. Okay, nice. Which side of Uganda? Yeah, I've never been to Africa. I definitely would love to visit Africa. There's a few places I would like to go. I know my ancestry is Nigerian, uh, Benin and Togo, people from Benin and Togo, Nigeria, and a little bit of um, Ghana, but never been there. I hope to go there someday. So yeah, definitely shout out Uganda, shout out Africa. Sarah and Don says plate. Keely says, "Oh, that's great. I'm in Missouri. It's currently 4:47 p.m. here. I'm sure the weather is amazing out there right now." Uh, for California, it's definitely not amazing. It's about 90 degrees here where I'm at, which isn't terrible. This area right here, when it gets to be full on summer, we get weeks and weeks and weeks over 100 degrees. But unlike Missouri, it's very dry heat. If I'm not mistaken, Missouri's pretty humid. But yeah, it's real dry here. But it'll be hot for a long time. So I mean, it's not bad for a California day, but it's not great. Image Church says, "Welcome to our country, brother." Well, yeah, I definitely want to get out there one day. Like I said, I have some friends that live in different places, so it would be kind of cool to see where they live, and but like I said, just for where my ancestors are from, it would be just it'd be a dream to go there and just see the country where my ancestors are from. But thank you for the welcome. Uganda is the pearl of Africa. Oh, okay. Is that like the motto of Uganda, the pearl of Africa? And Uganda, I'm trying to think in my mind, Uganda is kind of like north or central East Africa, I think. I'm not mistaken if I'm not mistaken. Like central part of Africa and the east side. I could be wrong though. Ate Frexi, good morning. Good morning. Tamsak Ate Frexi, thank you. Like number 10, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sarah and Don says, thank you, brother. You're welcome if you're talking to me. Thank you. You're welcome. Demon says, Can I get a shout out? It's my birthday. Uh, Shout out. Happy birthday. Hope you're having a great day. How old are you, Demon? If you say I am 12 centuries old, then I'm going to be probably deleting you, but go ahead and let me know. Keely says, yeah, I'm in St. Louis. It's like 70 right now, but the weather does fluctuate. Okay. My grandma was born in East St. Louis. She grew up in Fairmont. That was like in the 1920s and 30s, maybe 40s, I think, before she moved out of there. But yeah, my mom was born there in Illinois. Uh, my oldest aunt, my next oldest aunt, my uncle. Yeah, so but that's Illinois. I know you're in Missouri, but they were from East St. Louis. Yeah, 70's nice. I love 70. I wish it was 70 here. Ate Frexy says, hello, Sir Cisco. Good afternoon. Good morning, Ate Frexy. How are you? And Sir Roger, how are you guys doing today? And yes, I did say Sir Roger. I know you said Sekuya Roger, and I like Sir Roger better. All right. Image Church says, happy birthday, Demon. Sarah Dawn says, happy birthday, Demon. Ate Frexy's giving a wave. Thank you. Yeah, East Africa. That's what I thought. It's East Africa, like the central part of East Africa. Um, Says, I am from North. All right. Wow, that's really awesome. That's one of the best things I like about YouTube. I mean, social media in general. I like YouTube and I like these lives because you never know who's going to come into your live stream. People from all over the world. I mean, what a great time for us to be alive, right? With all the nonsense that's going on in the world, some of the amazing things that we're able to do, just like this. Just I'm talking to people literally on the other side of the planet right now. People from all over the planet. Got people from Africa, people from America, people from the Philippines. I'm talking to all of you guys right now, just like this. And I'm just sitting here in a parking lot in Central California. How awesome is that? So thank you guys for coming in here and just sharing some time with me. I appreciate you guys. Mam Leonila, thank you. Or is it Irish May? I don't know. Sarandon says year. Year. What do you mean year? Keely says absolutely. Yeah, it's amazing. It's just amazing. There's never been another time in the history of the world where human beings could instantaneously communicate with someone on the other side of the world, you know, than what the last 50 years maybe. We've been able to, use telephones, and from telephones we moved on to the internet, and the internet is even better because now we can see each other. I'm literally tens of thousands of miles away, not tens of thousands, I would say maybe 10,000 miles away from some of you guys, and you're just able to see me, hear me. Man, that's awesome. That's crazy. Ma'am Leonida, thank you. Image Church retracted another message. What were you saying, Image Church? Sarah and Don says, 2-0, I visited there once. Where at? You visited where once? 2-0. Visited there once. The U.S.? Visit the U.S.? Got 6 million in the building, guys. 10 likes. Thank you guys for the 10 likes. And like I said earlier, if you guys haven't looked at the channel, yeah, we got a small channel. We're working on getting bigger. Not too big. I'm not trying to be a full-time YouTuber, but I am retired. I do this food delivery just as something to keep me busy and get me out and about. I take the money that I earn from these food deliveries, and I put it into my grandson's education account. So when he gets older and he wants to go to school or learn a trade, he'll have money there for him, and he won't have to worry about it. That's my goal. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then our channel is partially just that, like what I'm doing right now. And then, we do travel around quite a bit, and we just like to share that with you guys. I know, when I'm not able, excuse me, when I'm not able to travel, or in between trips or what have you, I love going on YouTube and watching what other people are doing. I like getting ideas about where people go, how they prepare for their travels. Um, so I just love that genre, travel and adventure. I just love that. So that's what we try to contribute just a little bit to that genre. And like I said, we like to go hiking. So yeah, a little bit of stuff like that on our channel. If that interests you, if you feel that that's something you want to check out, please check out our channel. Check out our channel. Scroll through some of the videos. You see one that you like, check it out. The shorts, check those out. I'm working on becoming monetized. I got a lot of really great supporters that are really helping me right now to get my watch hours up. So yeah, we're pretty excited about what's going to be coming up here pretty soon. So thank you guys for being here. Sarah and Don says, "Oh, I mean, sorry, I mean, oh, oh, I visited there once. Where you visited? Where once? Here in the States, right?" Image Church says, "I come from Uganda district, but I most times stay in Bugiri district, Budaka district, because I have their churches and orphanage." Oh, okay. All right. So you are trying to help people out who are in the churches and orphanages. Do you work there, or what do you do there, Image Church? Sarah Don says, "Wow, I hope you get a lot of money." I hope so too. I hope so too. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of money. Not by American standards. It's definitely not a lot of money. By a lot of other countries, it's a lot of money that I'm getting. And it's kind of funny because here in the United States, again, there's a lot of money here, and people who live here who don't seem like they have a lot of money for the United States, or they feel poor in the United States, they the money that they have, whatever money that they do have here, they would have so much money if they moved to another country. They would feel rich. And I always try to keep that in mind, that whatever amount of money that I make or that I have, I can't complain, because there's people living in other places that are doing much more with much less than what I have. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be born here with all the problems that the United States has and has had in the past. I'm still grateful to live here. I've been very fortunate to have a good life here. Uh, but at the same time, I recognize that there's so many other places in the world that are beautiful, have amazing people, and that's what me and my wife try to do. We try to get out there and see all that. Ma'am Leonilla still here. Thank you. Lady Logan, Sis Angel, she says, "Hey Cisco, just popping in for a few minutes. I'm working, editing, writing content, my usual stuff. How are you, my friend?" I'm good, sis. I had a good morning. Earlier, I was mentioning that I had to uh, go back home, get my wife's work phone, take that to her where she's at. She was in a storage. Her and another coworker are trying to get stuff cleared out of a work storage. So I had to go take her that. So I got that done. So she didn't have to go do it. I took my son a weighted vest that I used to work out with. He needed one. He's trying to get himself into shape. So I took that to him. I've gotten some orders done. I've made a little bit of money today, so that's cool. And it's been a generally good day. So I'm doing good, sis. How are you doing? Sounds like you're busy, and I do not envy you having to do the editing and the writing, content, and all that. I can't. I don't enjoy it, sis. I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm trying to like really get myself psyched up to do more of it, but it's just so tedious. I can't. I'm working on it. I'm not gonna say I can't. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But yeah, how are you doing, sis? Image Church says, "From where, Sarah and Don?" Emily Neela still there with the TV. Sarah Don says, "I forgot, but I tried to remember." Sarah Don says, "Everyone, bye. Before I go, I am going to pray for you." Well, thank you, Sarah and Don. I much appreciated, and I hope you come back. If you can subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you do, so that I can go and check out your channel. If you're a YouTuber, if you have content, would love to support you. But take care and stay safe. Very nice meeting you. Thank you so much. Image Church says, "We help homeless, street kids, elderly, disabled, young children, orphans in our communities, and I have 3 churches." Well, that's awesome. You know what? And that's what we need. We need people that are willing to just help other people. It's really not that hard, guys. You just have to give a damn. Put yourself in other people's shoes for a little while and understand that whatever you feel you would need to be lifted up from whatever situation you're in, That's what other people need. And if you're in a position to help them do that, you should do that. If you're not in a position to do it, then you got to work on yourself. But if you are in a position to help other people, please do that. We need more of that in the world. There's just too much ugliness and selfishness and greed and corruption in the world all over the place. There's not one country in this world that I know of that is corruption free, greed free, ugliness free. We need those of us who aren't about that life. We need to start standing up a little bit higher, speaking out a little bit louder, and doing exactly what Image Church is doing, helping people who are in need. So Image Church, thank you so much for doing that. We need more people doing that. The communities that I'm a part of, that's the kind of people that I hang out with. That's the kind of people that I involve myself with on YouTube. So thank you for that. Appreciate you. I can't read your name, but you said good morning, sir. Watching from Japan. Shout out Japan. Thank you for joining. Haven't had any Japanese people in here today, so thank you so much for being the first one. My friend Icy's from Japan, and I got DJ Trey from Japan, and my brother Paul from Japan. So I got a lot of people in Japan that I really enjoy talking to, and just good friends, good people. So welcome. Sarah and Don says, "Oh, God bless all this people are safe. I pray they all get nice food, enough money, and a nice life." And that's it. That's all we need. That's all we need, Sarah and Don. I don't think we need much more than that. Have our loved ones and our friends around us. You know, live and let live. Let other people do what makes them happy. As long as they're not hurting nobody, we're gonna do what we need to do. Makes us happy, and we're not gonna hurt nobody. That's all we need. That's a great request and a great wish. So thank you for that. I hope the same thing for everyone. Ma'am Leonilas, thank you. Sis Angel says, sounds like a productive day. Yeah, I'm busy, but I love what I do. I know you do. I'm a writer first, and I really love the creative aspect of editing. It can be a lot with so much to do, but I enjoy the process. And I know you are a writer, so you're well in your element doing that. I used to be a writer, and I'm not gonna say I'm not a writer anymore. I don't do it as often, but maybe that's the the focus that I need to put on this is that it's writing, it's creative, it's writing. That might be what I need, sis, because I think that would help me be a little bit more proactive in doing it. Because I have a lot of content. I have a whole bunch of stuff from just when we went to the Philippines this last time. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't done anything with, and I need to start getting it together. So thank you for that inspiration, sis. Thank you. I'm gonna work on it. Image sure says, "Amen, Sarah. Thanks." Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Sarah and Don. Is this Sarah I'm talking to or Don I'm talking to? Or both of you sitting there? Either way, thank you. Sarah and Don says, "You're welcome. I love you all. We love you too. Thank you. More love, guys. That's all we need. More love. Welcome, Japan brother." Says Image Church. Sarah and Don says, "Always remember, you are awesome, amazing, beautiful, and you are never ugly. Just right." That's right. That's exactly right. See, guys, positivity, it doesn't hurt to just be positive. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to be, more than, you know, more than what's needed. Just be kind. Just be kind. That's all you need to be. That's it. Sis Angel says, I've been watching some dancers, a family and their friends in the streets of New York, kind of like a flash mob, just bringing people together. No division, no barriers, just people connected. I love it. Yeah. My daughter is an amazing dancer. She's been dancing since she was very little. We put her in dance class and she's just a natural. My daughter's the kind of kid that other parents would come up to us after the recital and say, I couldn't watch my kid, I was watching your daughter. That's how good she is. She had left, she got out of college. She hadn't danced or cheered because she did cheer. She was a cheerleader too. She hadn't done it for like 3 years. And then her old coach from Fresno State had said, hey, the 49ers are looking to have a cheerleader tryout. You should try it. It was up in San Jose. She went up there, like I said, hadn't danced, hadn't cheered for 3 years. She made it all the way to the very cut before the final cut, before she got let go. But it was such a fun experience. As much as I hate the 49ers, if she would have got on there, I would have supported. So yeah, dance has a way of just making people feel better. So I have a lot of respect for dancers, people who are creative in general, but dancers especially can just bring out so much emotion. But if you can, sis, If you remember the name of the channel or what you were watching, put it in the chat so I can check that out. Hopefully I'm not falling behind here, guys. Sorry. Sarah Dawn says, "Remember, you are always beautiful." Absolutely, everybody in here is beautiful. James Jam Jar says, "I am non-binary, gay, transgender, vegan, atheist." Outstanding. Good for you. And you probably have a couple more things you could throw in there, but you're being nice to us. So thank you, James. Appreciate you. Curtis Shine says, "Amen, amen, 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 amen." So I guess Curtis agrees with all that. That's awesome. All right, Mamla Nilla, thank you so much. Sis Angel says, "I agree, Cisco. I know you're a good writer, and when we can feed our creative sides, it's good for our souls." Yes, it is. Everything I've ever done, writing, music, drawing, editing, it's all good. That's now I'll amen to that. That's awesome. I do miss writing. I just feel like I have so much other things going on right now, and I don't like half-assing it. Um, it's just I'm just focused on too many other things right now. But I would like to sit down and write some things down. And sis, you may understand this too. As we get older, not saying you're old because you're much 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 younger than me and better looking and smarter and nicer, but but as you get older, you kind of think about some of the things that you're going to leave behind. I'm not one of those people that I think to myself, oh, I need to leave a legacy and all that. It's not that serious. I just want, if the people who understand me now, I love those people. The people who don't quite understand me, I would love to like put some things in writing that I can't necessarily say to them in person, but that will, maybe when I'm gone, they can look at it, read it, and they can understand me better. Um, if they can't get to that point while I'm alive. So that is one of the things I've actually thought about. And I don't mean to get too deep or dark on anybody, but I think about that sometimes, about putting those things in writing and leaving it with someone I trust to share with people that I want it to be shared with. So yeah, writing is definitely good for the soul, not only yours but other people's. Sis Angel says that didn't sound right. Not all good. Like I'm saying I'm good. I mean it's all good for my soul. Yes, let me look for those links. Yeah, no, I understood what you're saying, sis. Of course. Invincible says hi. What's going on, Invincible? Is this the same Invincible from yesterday or a couple days ago? What's going on with you? Ma'am Leonilla is still here. Ma'am Leonilla, salute. Thank you so much. Ma'am Leonilla, you're the best. You are the best. The best. Invincible says hi, hi. Hi, Invincible. Uh, go, go, gaga. Okay, you got me to say go, go, gaga. Rose colored glasses, says Angel says, you have to be in the right headspace for the creative stuff. Some can mass produce under crazy deadlines, but I prefer to take my time and let it reflect what I'm truly feeling. Yeah, I agree. I think there are some people who are just naturals, and they may not even be naturals. They appear to be, excuse me, they appear to be naturals, but they've done it so much, they've done the work, they've done the repetition, that it seems like they're natural. But some people can just sit down and just start writing. I can't do that. I got to think about what I'm writing. Even on a computer, you could wipe stuff out, pretty quickly. I need to think about what I want to say, because I, I can I can usually write down what point I'm trying to get across better than I can say it sometimes, but I have to think about it. And I don't know, maybe if I slow down and stopped before I open my mouth, I could probably get my point across easier then too. But there's just something about writing, I think, that's just, you know, it when you're reading something and you can focus on reading it, I think that you can comprehend it better. I think there are some things that need to be said, and sometimes the emotion and body language needs to be there for some things. But for the things that I'm talking about, you know, to leave for the people that I leave behind, those are things that are best written down, I think. And it'll be easier for people to digest, and it'll be easier for me to express myself than it would be for me to be face to face with some of those people. So yeah, I kind of feel what you're saying. I need my time too, to just really sit down and put it on paper. Invincible saying hi again. Invincible, it's good to see you. Glad you came back. Oh, here we go. Here is one of the dancers, a friend of the family. So guys, check out that link. If what Rose Colored Glasses was talking about is interesting to you, click on that link and see the dancers. It's always fun watching dancers. I mean, it's always fun. I like those dance battles. There's a duo, these two brothers. They've been around for a long time. They're called the Twins. They're from France. Two guys that are just phenomenal, phenomenal dancers. You know, just again, they work very hard. They've been doing it for years, but there's also just some natural ability that these guys have, and it's almost like they have a like an ESP, like their brains are linked. They're twins, so people always think twins have this special connection, and maybe they do. I don't know, but these guys, you would think if there's evidence that twins have some kind of connection mentally, these two guys are the ones that could prove that, because you watch them dance and it's almost like they feed off each other and they know what each other's going to do. And again, a lot of that probably comes from just them practicing and working together so much. But even when they're like freestyling, these guys just, man, they're amazing. But check them out if you love stuff like this. If you haven't already seen these two guys, check them out. They're called Les Twins, LESTWINS, Les Twins. They're amazing. She says there's an 80s breakdancer and his wife doing dance trends and taught all of their kids. Okay. The trends are fun, but they all have serious skills. Here are some of the signs. Okay, cool deal. I'm gonna go back. I'll go back and click on these links. But guys, yeah, click on these links. You can click them right now, and then just go back later and check them out if you don't want to leave the stream. I hope you don't want to leave the stream. Let's see. Image sure says I have 3 kids in my orphanage center are very talented in dancing. Oh, I bet. And that's the thing too, is that all over the world, there are people who are amazingly talented, amazingly gifted. They just don't get the opportunity to show it. And we all know there are people that are so talented, but just never got a chance to be put on a world stage or be put on a big stage where, thousands of people, millions of people could watch their talent. And again, that's why it's important to be doing the things that you're doing, Image Church, to help people out, help them get on their feet, because you never know, somebody just needs that little bit of a boost. And obviously, that's going to change their life in the immediate time. They're going to get fed, they're going to have a place to sleep, if they need medical care or what have you. But by being able to do all of those things, it takes their mind off their troubles and their worries, and then they can focus on some of the other things that they love and that they like to do. And that's all some of these people need, is an opportunity just to work on their talents. And I mean, we've all heard those stories, people who were who grew up in a really poverty stricken area, or really low income area, very tough life, but they managed to work their way out of it, and they're now doing what they love to do, and their talent is shining. So again, thank you for what you do. We need more people doing that. Troy Nor Vlog says, hello, my friend. Hello, Troy Nor Vlog. How you guys doing? What's going on this morning? You guys are in Oklahoma, right? I think you said Oklahoma. So it's afternoon, actually. Afternoon for you guys. But thank you. Thank you for joining the live. We're just chopping it up here. I'm just hanging out, waiting for food deliveries. Image Church says, just that they don't have a chance to perform on bigger stages, but also we are in villages. True. But there are always opportunities. There are always opportunities for people who have talent, and they have the determination to make their talent shine and spread to as many people as they can. So hopefully you're talking to some of these kids and letting them know. And sometimes it sounds like cliche or like whatever, but guys, I mean, it's true. Follow your dreams. If you really want to do something, that's why I tell my kids, follow your dreams. If you really want to do something, go after it. Now, while you're doing that, make sure that you're doing the right things right now to, have your livelihood be, intact. Go get a job. It may not be the job that you want. It may not be a job that you like, but if it's the only job you can get that pays your bills, do it. But on the side, while you're doing that, always be looking to make your dreams come true, because nobody else is going to do that for you but you. Hopefully those kids are getting that message out there. especially out there. Um, where are we at here? Rose Colored Glass says, what I like most, they're out in public, in the streets, showing the world how to be together through dance, just spreading the love. It makes my heart feel good to see that, especially today. Yeah, yeah, we need it today. We really do. Here in the US, there's a lot of places in the world, like I said, that are going through a lot of stuff right now. But here in the US, we're really going through some crazy stuff right now. And I don't ever want people to forget that, that stuff's going on, and that a lot of us out here that don't like it, we need to keep working on making it stop. But while we're doing that, the people that are giving us that hope, the people that are helping us to stay, focused on the good things in life, those are the people that we need to celebrate. And that's exactly what you're talking about right there. We still need people to show that it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile to, you know, to be here in this country, to live here in the United States. Again, as bad as we've had, the history in this country be, we've overcome a lot of things because, people have focused on the things that are important, focused on the things that matter, loving your loved ones, your family, your friends, sharing time with people, entertaining people, putting smiles on people's faces. So yeah, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that keeps you going. That's what makes everything worthwhile. And I respect people that do that because I could never do it. I could not go out and perform in the streets, on a stage, what have you. This is as close to performing as I'm gonna ever get right here, guys. That's about it. Maybe sports. Sports would probably be the thing I could do, but dancing, singing, I wish I had those talents. Ma'am Leonila, thank you. Sis Angel says, I think you've probably figured out by now, Cisco, that I'm a little bit of a sap. Definitely not a sap. No. I think you are someone who is a creative person, and creative people are way more in touch with their emotions. They're able to share their emotions a little bit better than some of us who are not quite as in touch with their emotions. I've had to learn to get better at regulating my emotions, first of all, because people say control your emotions. I don't think you can control your emotions. Your emotions are going to happen regardless of how you want them to happen. They're going to happen. What you do is you try to regulate your emotions to where, you're not going too far up, too far down. And so I've learned to do that as I've gotten older. And then getting in touch with those emotions, meaning, recognizing, what am I feeling right now? Especially like if you're really mad or you're really sad, I try to figure out, what am I really mad about? What is it that I'm really mad about? And then focus on that. Don't focus on the anger. Don't focus on being upset and being performative with your rage and your anger. That's a waste of time. Figure out what's making you feel the way you're feeling, and then deal with that. So to me, you're not a sappy person. You're someone who is comfortable in sharing your feelings about things that make you happy. And damn, that again, that is more of what we need more of that in the world. We need people to start sharing how they feel. Be comfortable with sharing. Women are much better at that than men, the majority of the time. Not to say that there's not some women that aren't good at it, and there's some men and that there's not men that are good at it, because of course there is. But generally speaking, women are just better at that, and that's kind of the energy that we need right now in the world. We need people to be able to come out and say, hey, this is what I'm feeling right now, and this is why I'm feeling that way. Instead of holding all that crap in and doing all the stupid stuff that we see people doing, going and you know spraying up schools and you know just committing violent crimes against other people. We don't need that. If more people could say how they feel and what they feel, we'd have so much less of that. So sappy, no, definitely not, sis. Image Church says that's what I advise them to do, their best for their talents. Yeah, absolutely. allow me pray for them some Allow me pray for some time, brother. I'm fasting. Do you always be live every day? Not every day in this church. Just when I kind of feel like it right now. Uh, I'm gonna try to get on a schedule at some point, but right now I'm I'd say my goal is to maybe try to do it every other day. But usually around this time is when I go live, though. Around 2:30 my time, which would be yeah, about 11:30 your time, 11:30 p.m. your time. So 2:30 p.m. I usually try to stay on about an hour, hour and a half. Sometimes I go a little bit longer if there's a lot of people in the stream and we're having a good conversation. But yeah, if you definitely want to come back and join us, thank you so much. You're more than welcome. Very, very nice meeting you. Pleasure meeting you. And always positive people. I will always, always appreciate positive people coming into the live stream. Um, I trolls. Some trolls I can tolerate. If they're kind of funny, that's fine. I don't care. They're good for algorithm and they lighten the mood sometimes. The really ugly, disgusting people, I just block them. I just get rid of them. But positive people like you, that's what we need. So I appreciate you, Image Church. Thank you so much. And again, shout out Uganda, shout out Africa, and I hope you guys are safe and good luck to you and what you're doing. You're doing something that's really, really important, and I just wish the best for you. Thank you so much for coming in here, and yeah, subscribe and check out the videos if you get a chance. And make sure you comment, please, so that I can, go to your channel. If you have content, I can go to your channel and check it out. Um, and Sis Rose-colored glasses, or Sis Angel, Rose-colored glasses. She also has a channel that she has a lot of content on. Image Church. If you would mind, please check her channel out. Um, she is a very artistic woman, and she has a lot to say, and she has a really amazing way of saying it. A lot of people have trouble using their words, shall we say. There are a lot of bark and there are no bite because their words are so just ridiculous. Sis Angel is one of those people that when you listen, hey, there comes my wife. When you listen to what she's saying, you really get a lot from it. So please check out her channel. And she says, oh, let me unlock this door. My wife is joining us, guys. I'm gonna throw this bag in the back. Hi, how you doing? We have a special guest on Cisco International. Who was it? I think it was Keely. Oh, you don't want to be seen. She doesn't want to be seen, guys. She's completely naked. She just jumped in my car completely naked, so I can't switch it on her. But somebody said they want to see my wife. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to check the channel to see my wife because she's not gonna be seen right now. How you doing? Hi. Yes. Mwah. What are you doing? You off work already?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Did you bring the cops with you?
Yeah. They
So,
followed me here.
so guys, my wife just pulled up right here, and then there's a cop car that just pulled up. Before she pulled up, a cop car pulled up, and I was kind of eyeing him, seeing what he's doing, but I don't know. But hold on, let me read these
Mm-hmm.
comments real quick. Let me see. Lady Logan. Her channel is rose-colored glasses dash Logan. It's a long one. Okay, she says, I've always felt all my emotions very deeply, which I've had to rein in at times because there is a time and a place for everything, but creativity is a healthy way to channel all that. Absolutely. She says, thank you for that, Cisco. I appreciate what you said, and I appreciate you. Hi, Jen. Everybody's all, hi, Jen, hi, Jen. um, Sis Angel, absolutely. Again, you and I both know that we are a part of some really great communities, really positive people, and we try to be positive people. We need to lift each other up. We need to give each other flowers right now, not later when we're gone, but right now. And that's what I'm going to do. So every opportunity I have to boost the people around me that I love and care about, I'm going to do it, Lady Logan. So no need to thank me. You thank me by just being you. Image Church says, I will reach her today. Thank you so much, Image Church. Yeah, definitely. Greetings to her. Yeah, thank you so much. Miss Generous, my wife, just sitting right here, says, hi, Lady Logan, with hibiscus. See, I remembered hibiscus. Ma'am Leonila waving. Hi, Ma'am Leonila. BIY says, hey, Cisco International chat. What's going on, bro? What's going on? How you doing? We're just in here chopping it up with some people from Japan, some people from Uganda, some people from the East Coast of the U.S., some people from the Philippines. You know how we do. It's Cisco International. I mean, what do you expect, bro? Come on. Miss Jenner says, hi, Image Church. And Sis Angel says, BIY, hello, with the little angel halo. He is not an angel. He is a devil. He is a very devilish man with his dad jokes. BIY, what's going on, brother? Miss Generous says BIY. Shaka. BIY says 8 senior ladies and Bruce Wayne are waiting at a bus stop. Nana, 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 Batman. You got Miss Generous over here laughing. That was just that fell a little flat for me, bro. But
It's the way you said it, but you have to say it correctly.
correctly be na 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 Batman like that. DIY is too much, man. That dude's too much. Oh, I got a message from Atelea. Says good night. Oh, she reacted to my message. I was telling her good night. All right. BIY says Miss Generous, Rose Cutter Glasses, Lady Logan, Iris Meowfaro, and Miss Church. Happy wife, happy life. Man, you said a mouthful right there, bro. I'm just damn right. That's the truth right there. Well, happy spouse. What was the somebody said it, and I can't remember how it goes. But yeah, if your spouse is happy, more than likely you're going to be happy. And that's we have those conversations too about, when we're having a tough day, we're having a rough day, and a lot of people do this. We do it. We always want to put on our best face for strangers. We always want to put on our best face for our coworkers, for the people outside of our home. And then when we come home, sometimes we don't have our best face on for our loved one at home, our loved ones at home. So that's one of the things we've been working on is trying to you know not put so much effort into pleasing these other people, these coworkers and these other strangers and stuff. I'm not saying be rude or be a jerk to people. What I'm saying is if they're doing things that are making you feel some kind of way in an appropriate way, let them know that. And that way you're not holding in all this, uh, resentment and anxiety and frustration. And you come home and your loved one is not getting the proper love and care. So I've had a big problem doing that. And I mean, after I stopped working, now that I'm retired, it's a lot easier for me. So I'm still working on it. So we talk about that kind of stuff. So I mean, it's just, again, positivity. Like I said, positivity. Be positive first and foremost to your loved ones at home, and then spread that positivity outward, not the other way around. What we got here? Da, 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 da. BIY says, "Don't talk into a colander. You'll strain your voice." Oh, jeez, you're too much. You are too much, bro. Too much. Emily Anila, thank you. Uh, Sis Angel says, "Okay, Cisco, I need to get back to it. I'm doing a thumbnail, description, hashtag, etc., prepping to upload for tomorrow release. So I need to go, but I'll stay connected for a bit for your watch hours." Thank you so much, Sis Angel. I appreciate you so much. And I'm gonna take that inspiration that you gave me today, and I'm gonna work a little bit harder on trying to find the positive side of doing the background work of the editing. And because I think what my problem is that I never really feel like I have enough time to just focus on that. There's always other things that are going on, and I think that's what's really giving me a problem. So what I need to do is just set time aside to just focus on that. And that's what I did with this last video. Excuse me, with this last video that we put out. That's exactly what I did. I set aside time and I said, okay, I'm going to this morning do this video. I'm going to get this video together. And it actually went pretty quickly. And I did enjoy it, to some degree, because one, I really enjoyed the content. We had a great time. It was the one where we were doing the trail angels in the mountains. I just enjoyed that. It was a fun time. And then just putting that all together, it was pretty simple when I had time to focus on it. So I'm going to take that inspiration from you, and I'm going to set time aside to do that. And I'm going to be coming out with another video soon here too. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take something from when we went to Philippines and put that out, because I like to trickle those things in there. Um, Anybody who knows this channel knows that we love the Philippines, and I love having that content on our page. So it's been a minute. So I'm gonna put something else out there. You know? Why are you whispering? They can hear you even though you're whispering. Okay, you're gonna go to Jamba Juice. All right, enjoy. You should order it. You should order it, and I can go pick it up for you and bring it right here. I mean, that is actually a good idea. I'm
Do you
just
want
saying.
anything?
I don't want anything with
No,
Jamba
because then I'm
Juice.
going to be charged double the price.
Why?
Because they charge for delivery.
Oh, well, you can order double if you want. Oh. All right, be careful.
It's just right here.
Yeah, well, you still got to walk across this dangerous parking lot. All right, guys. My wife, she's something else. She cracks me up so much. Love that girl. All right, let me see. What did I miss here? So yeah, Lady Logan, thank you so much for showing up. And hold on. Image Church says already sub Logan. Oh wow, thank you so much, Image Church. Guys, I didn't say this, but thank you for reminding me, Image Church. This channel is about, and while I'm at it here, hold on, let me get you on as moderator here too, Image Church. This channel is about also not just hearing me blah blah blah, but it's also about connecting with other people. So the other people in this chat, please, if what they're saying, strikes a chord with you, rings a bell with you, click on their name and go to their channel and see what their channel's about. And maybe you might, be interested in what they're doing. Subscribe to their channel, give it a chance. So thank you, Image Church, for that sub. I know Lady Logan appreciates that. She says you need a system to follow and stick to while while tailoring it to fit your life. This makes it less daunting. That's what it daunting. That is exactly how I feel sometimes when I'm doing it. Nice to see you. Enjoy the rest of your day, both you and Jen. Thank you so much, Lady Logan, and good luck. Good luck with editing, and I hope you have no troubles and it comes out like that. Big Russ says I couldn't hear. Yeah, she's over here whispering like they can hear you. They can hear exactly what you're saying. What's going on, Russ? How you doing, bro? Lady Logan says, thank you, Image Church. On the way to you too. See you later. Thank you, Lady Logan. Thank you so much, guys. Connections. That's what this is about. That's what YouTube's about, guys. Connecting. BIY says, hi, Russ. Merly Boobies says, hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Sis Merly, for sticking around. Thank you so much. Russ says, I always say be careful to my wife, too. Yeah, I mean, look, and sometimes if you say it too much, it might seem like maybe it goes in one ear and out the other. But I always try to make sure that she's, you know, really hearing me when I'm telling her, be careful. And she says, oh, it's just right there. I know, but you still need to be careful. We're in a parking lot and people come whipping around in this parking lot too. It drives me crazy. And they're not looking. People are on their cell phones. It's nuts. So even in a parking lot, you could lose your life if you're not paying attention because other people won't be paying attention. I always think riding a motorcycle has taught me that me being observant is more important than other people being observant because I can't count on other people being observant. I can count on myself if I'm being observant, though. You got to look out for other people. Russ says, hello, BIY. Fist bump. Mamily O'Neill, hello, you're still there. Thank you. Image Church says, which side of America are you, brother? Me, I am on the west coast of America. I'm sorry, guys. This air conditioner I have on, you know what? Let me roll this window down. Got my nose all funky. Image Church, I am on the west coast of America. I'm in California. I'm in Central California. I'm almost right in the very center of California. So yeah, west coast of the United States. Sisike says hello to all here. Thank you, Sisike. How are you? Did you get any sleep, Sisike? I know you were up. You were up kind of late. I saw you just a few hours ago. It seems like. I hope you got enough sleep, sis. Uh, Big Russ says crazy people out there. Exactly. Yeah, bro. Again, I'm out here because I'm doing this food delivery. I'm out here in these streets all day long. And it's crazy just being able to sit here and observe what people are doing. When you're out driving, you're not quite really observing so closely what other people are doing. You're just making sure that they're not running into you. But as I sit here in this parking lot and I watch people, and not even just driving, just watching people walking and stuff, and just totally oblivious to what's going on around them, it's crazy. you wonder how these people survive so long. I mean, maybe this is just a one point in their life that they're behaving like this, but man, I don't know how they lived as long as they have. Just crazy. Sis CK says hi. Oh wait, where are we at here? Yeah, she said hi. BIY says hi, Concessa. Concessa says, I am CK's life diary. Concessa says hi. KDP Writer says hello. Hello, KDP Writer. Sissy CK says, mega love shout out host. Mega love shout out right back to you, sis. Make sure says, I pray one day God will lead me to America. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know what your situation is, and I don't know what the future has in store, but I wish everyone could at least spend some time here in the United States. It's an amazing country. Again, there's a lot of problems here. There's a lot of history here that is very ugly, um, and we still have a lot of troubles. We're going through a lot of troubles right now. With that being said, America is still an amazing country, and it's still a land of opportunity. It's still a place where people can make their dreams come true. So I wish everybody could spend at least a little bit of time here, and I wish more people in the U.S. could go out of the U.S. and see more of the world, which would probably make us here in the United States a better place. Because I think that's the problem: is a lot of people spend so much time here in the U.S. they don't know what's going on out there in the world. They don't realize that there are other places in the world that are just as beautiful, just as amazing as the U.S. They're just different. So yeah, definitely. I hope you get here too. And if you want to get here, do everything that you can to work on getting here. And if you get here, then awesome, great. And if you don't, you can always say, "Hey, I tried." So I wish you luck, Image Church. BIY says hi, KDP Ryder. Says CK says hi to all here. Hello. KDP Ryder says, I'm so glad to be here. Well, thank you. We're so glad to have you here. It's amazing that you finally showed up. We've been waiting for you. Says CK says hi. KDP Ryder says, where are you from? Well, if you're talking to me, I'm from from California, United States. Specifically, Southern California is where I'm from. But right now, I'm living here in Central California, and I'm just hanging out right now in this parking lot, waiting on food delivery orders. Um, I've been sitting here for a while. I usually will take off and go drive somewhere else because the orders are slow here. But you know what? We've been having a good conversation, so I'm just pretty much focused on you guys right now. But we got 6 minutes in the building, 18 likes. If you haven't done it already, please just double tap your screen. Let's get to 20 likes if we can. Nice even number, 20 likes. That would be awesome. Where are you from, KDP Ryder? Sissy K says, stay. What does that mean? Mrs. Jenner says, hey, Russ. KDP Ryder says, I'm sorry, I'm an ebook ghostwriter, book editor, book formatter, and Amazon KDP book publisher. Wow, that's a lot. Well, shoot, you just missed, Sis Angel, Lady Logan. She was just in here. If you scroll back through the chat, you'll see it's uh, um, I can't remember her whole name, but it's Lady Logan. She's also a very talented writer, and you probably would have a lot in common with her. So if you scroll back, find her name and try to visit her channel because she has some really good content. KDP Wright says, I write poetry and life story autobiography for people. Man, that's awesome. Wow, yeah, you would definitely love her channel because she is all about writing. And that's literally what we were just talking about how, writing is something that, it's very personal, but it helps, it's creative, obviously, but it helps you get in touch with things about yourself. It helps people understand things about you, sometimes that words that are verbal can't do. Even with body language and all that stuff, sometimes written word is a better medium than the verbal words for some people. I think I'm one of those people. I would rather read stuff than hear people talk about it. I don't know why, but I think I learn it, I absorb it better. But man, that's awesome, KDP Writer. Thank you for coming in the live. Um, if you're pretty new, I don't think I've had you come in here before, but yeah, definitely, check our channel out. We do travel, adventure type stuff. These little live streams that I'm doing right now is my kind of like my side gig. I'm retired, but I do this basically to earn some money for my grandson's educational fund, and it just kind of keeps me busy. I'm not busy right now, but it gets me out and about, gives me something to do when I don't have anything else that is pressing or interesting. Big Russ says, "Hello, Miss Generous." Image Church says, "Hey guys, let's take a moment to pray for our friends. Heavenly Father, thank you for our friends watching this live stream. Bless them, support them, and be with them today. In Jesus' name, amen." If you are a praying person, then definitely put that prayer out for everybody. And if you're not a praying person, the words are important, guys. And it matters that we let each other know how much we care about each other, our loved ones, our friends. Definitely thank you, Image Church, for putting that positivity out there. It's always important for us to take a moment and reflect on what we have and who we have around us. Tomorrow is not promised, guys. We all know this. And without getting too deep or sappy, like Lady Logan said, it is good at least once a day to always stop and reflect on how good you have it. Even if you're going through some trouble, even if you're going through a hard time right now, you still have it better than many, many, many people in the world. And if you can think about all the good things that are happening to you in your life, all the positive points of your life, stop focusing so much on the negative. Your life will get much better. And if you can talk to the people that are around you, your loved ones, your friends, and let them know that you love them, you care about them, just like we did right now with that prayer, things would be a lot better for all of us, guys. I love Lechon says, "Hello, Cisco from the hamster wheel." Oh, speaking of negativity, man, I'm sorry that you're on the hamster wheel, bro. But I'm here for you. I'm here for you, bro. I'm here with the live stream to keep you entertained and take your mind off the hamster wheel, brother. How you been? Sis CK, thank you for sticking around. Image Church says, "Bye, bye, bye, family. It's late here. It's 1:39 a.m." Well, Image Church, thank you so much for joining our live. The live has definitely been better with you in it, and I hope that you come back. I know that the time difference in Africa is very large compared to here, but whenever you're around and I'm on a live stream, like I said, I'm usually on about this time. If I'm on, come back. We'd appreciate you to come back, and it was a pleasure to have you here. So thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. Be safe out there. But take care, Image Church. Thank you. KDP Writer says, "Can I write a book for you? Can you write a book for me?" I don't know if you can write a book for me, but if you have content on your channel, I would definitely like to check out your channel. I don't know what kind of book you would write for me. What kind of book would you write for me? What would your book be if you were writing a book for me? That's what I would like to know. Josephine Store, hello, sir. Hello, sis. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning. How is your morning going so far? DIY says, "Hi, Josephine Store." Sis CK is saying hello. Thank you, sis. Ma'am Lanila is saying hello. I love Lachon says, "Whoops, gotta go. Hamster wheel time." All right, bro. Hey, stay safe. We'll keep it lit here while you're gone. We'll be here. What is it? 73 minutes. Yeah, guys, I'll probably go on for like another maybe 20 minutes or so. And I think I'm gonna turn this air back on because it's getting hot. But yeah, stay safe. I love Lachon. Thank you. Back when you get a chance. Uh KDP Writer says, "Autobiography. I see you're full of experience and a lot of things to impact young people." Um, I think everybody's full of experience, once they get to a certain age. But I appreciate that, and I mean, yeah, someday I would like to. And we were just having this conversation, me and Lady Logan, and I was saying that I would like to write some things down. There are people in my life who I would say, "Oh, here comes my wife." There are people in my life who I am somewhat estranged from for various reasons, and I think it's difficult for me to talk to them and for them to talk to me, and for there not to be some kind of headbutting going on. But if I was to put these things in words on paper, it might be easier for them to understand where I'm coming from, and so I plan on doing that someday. But autobiography, I don't think my life's that interesting. But I will say that what what wisdom or knowledge that I have, I will try to impart it on this channel whenever I can. I do have a lot of things to say. I do have a lot of opinions. Um, but I appreciate the offer. Thank you very much. And again, if you have a channel, I'd love to go back. Oh, that looks good. I'd love to check your channel. Once we're done with the live stream, once this loads on YouTube, I'll go back and I'll find your channel and I'll check it out. But thank you. What is that? Are you just giving that to me? Oh, she wants me to show you guys this. How does that look, guys? So it looks like we got a banana, blueberry. Is that strawberry?
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry, and what's underneath?
Acai
Oh,
and
acai and what?
dragon fruit.
And dragon fruit, guys. How does that look? How's that? No, I am not a paid spokesperson for Jamba Juice, but that's what they do. That looks good. I think the ones you make at home look better though. Okay, where were we? Kuyan Swa. Bro Hugo, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Mang Bung Tag. He says, "Good afternoon, brother." Yes, sir. It's a good afternoon. We're just having a good conversation with some good people in here. Thank you for joining, bro Hugo. Thank you. Says CK, thank you for sticking around. Image Church says, "Hope you'll reach out too, bro." Yeah, definitely. I will definitely find your channel. And if you're not already putting content out, Image Church, try to put some content out. I think what you're doing, a lot of people would like to see it. Of course, you have to worry about, not putting kids or people who are vulnerable, putting their business out there. But as much as you can, it would be very interesting to see what you do. So I hope you have content. If you don't, think about putting some out there. That would be very interesting, I think. I would love to watch that. BIY says, "Hi, CK's Life Diary, Hugo Mix, Music Gaming." KDP Writer says, "Absolutely, I understand you. Thank you so much." Yeah, and it's like I said, it's true for me at least that I I have a better time understanding things when I read it than when I hear it. Some people are like that. Big Russ says some people are more full of it than others. That's true, but I do agree that Cisco is very thoughtful and has a lot of good ideas. Well, thank you, bro. Um, Again, like I said, I think I have a lot of opinions. I'm a very opinionated person. I have no problem telling people my opinion. And I think the reason why that is because I don't shy away from confrontation. I like confrontation and confrontation in the sense that, if I have an opinion and you have a different opinion, I want us to talk about that. And I want us to, you know, learn each other's opinions. And then once we've learned each other's opinions, evaluate those opinions and, run them against each other and see, who may be right. We both could be right, but just in different ways. But it's just to me, it's like I love to come to understandings with people. And ultimately that's what it's about. I think people coming to understandings with other people so that we can, have some empathy for other people. When you understand somebody, when you know where they're coming from and you know that their intentions are good, not bad, that's when you really can get, a good community with people. And that's why I like having these kind of, these live streams. Blizzard, his channel is a perfect example. He gets on there and he brings people together and we talk about deep subjects sometimes. And I think it's good. I think it's good. Everything can't be all happy and roses all the time. We have to have some serious conversations sometimes, and I love that. So thank you, Russ, for saying that. KDP Writer says, "So what exactly would you write about?" Um, I don't know. In that particular instance of what I was referring to earlier, I would just talk about my feelings about why I feel the way I do in the situations that I have with these other individuals who are my family slash friends, who I'm having difficult times with. I think it would be easier for me to write those things down. That's what I would write about right now. BIY says, "Oh, dragon fruit." You like dragon fruit, BIY? He's a health dude though. I think he's a health dude. When he was all ripped and shredded when he was young. Did you see the pictures of him when he was younger? He was all ripped out, shredded. He looked like Tom Cruise in what's that movie when he slides uh in his socks? You know the movie, guys. Tom Cruise when he was younger. Risky business. Risky business. I think that's the name of it. That was BIY. I think he is Tom Cruise. Now he's got a beard, so he's trying to hide, but it's Tom Cruise, guys. Seriously. Russ retracted the message. All right. Says CK, thank you. Says Merly, thank you. KDP Writer says, "I am personally developed because I'm also a graphics and website designer. You got a lot of stuff going on there, KDP Writer. KDP Writer, do you have content on your channel? Because I would love to check out what you have on your channel, if you've got content there. But you got a lot going on. And it sure says, reach out to my shorts. Pause. Your short videos, I will definitely do that. I will definitely do that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad you have content. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to check it out, Image Church. Thank you so much. Mamily Anila, thank you. Image Church says, I even sometimes host some of my friends from USA and United Kingdom. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that go out to Africa. There's a lot of, what do you call them? Missionaries and evangelists that go out there, which is fine. As long as they're not doing any harm to people, that's fine. Sometimes people don't have the best intentions, whether they're religious people or not. Sometimes people don't have the best intentions, but as long as they're helping people, they're not hurting people. I'm all for it. So those people that you come into contact with, I hope they're good people. Mamli Anila, thank you so much. James Jamjar back, says, I spend all my free time watching podcasts about being an alpha male. Do you have any tips? Oh, geez. Well, the whole alpha male thing, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I think it's kind of a played out idea. To me, it's a silly idea, to be honest with you. Um, if I can be frank, I really think that people need to stop worrying so much about being alpha males and calling people beta males and sigmas and all this other whatever. It's mumbo jumbo. It's kind of like the trendy thing right now. But honestly, I think people need to spend a little bit more time really self evaluating themselves, being objective about themselves, not trying to be the top dog, but trying to be someone who is of use and of service to other people. You don't have to be somebody that gives away all your money. You don't have to be somebody that spends all your time doing things for other people. What I'm saying is that once you are in a position where you are in a comfortable position, I'm not saying where you have everything you want, when you are in a comfortable position and you have the means to help other people, whether it's financially, emotionally, with wisdom, with experience, that's what you should be doing. If there's such thing as an alpha male, it's someone who puts others before themselves and thinks about what other people need instead of thinking about how much more they want. That is what I would say an alpha male is. So that would be my tip. Focus more on what other people need, less on what you need. When you're in a position where you're good, start looking outward at other people. That would be to me what an alpha male is. Not somebody that dominates and rules other. Man, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's my personal opinion. Especially if you're a young person, there are a lot of people out right now on social media who are trying to tell you a bunch of nonsense because they're trying to make money off you, number one, and they're trying to cause division amongst people. They're trying to cause a lot of hatred and anger amongst people, and they themselves are very angry, tiny little people. And unfortunately, what they're saying is attractive to young people because young people haven't seen this game before, and it's exciting to them and it sounds good. Oh, you could be a tough guy, you could be the alpha male, when in reality it's a joke, it's nonsense. And when you get older, you realize that some people do, not all people do, because I know a lot of people my age that still believe in a lot of that stuff, and they just really are basically teenagers that never grew up. So if you're a younger person and you're listening to that stuff, I would say shift your focus away from that stuff and start looking at things that are a little bit more substance based. Things that are a little bit more about what you can do for other people, not what other people can do for you. Because when you can become that kind of person, then you will attract the kind of people into your life who will help lift you up. You don't need to be an alpha male. If you're part of a great community, that's all you need, because your community will lift you up. You don't need to be that top guy. You just need to be a part of that community that lifts you up. And that's what we have here. That's what we work on here. I got a great group of communities that I'm a part of, guys. I don't feel like I'm an alpha male in any one of them. I feel like I'm just a part of the community. I do my part to support. I do my part to lift other people up. And when it comes back to me, I know that I'm doing the right thing. That's all I'm going to say about that. Um, oh, my wife's taking off. Are you taking off? Did you get Wingstop too? This girl. What time is it? So it's almost four, guys. Yeah, I'll probably be on for like another 5, 6 minutes. But yeah, you heading home? Okay. Guys, it's crazy. She's totally naked right now. I'm not playing. She's walking around out here in the streets, totally naked. That's what she does all the time.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, that smells good though. So she has Wingstop with fries. Wingstop is like nice barbecued wings. She got fries and she's got her fruit bowl. Does that make any sense, guys? It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway,
It's a balance.
it's a balance. It's a balance. All right. All right. Kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Am I the alpha male, babe?
Mm-mm.
She says, mm-mm. See, she knows. I don't need to be the alpha male. All right. I got a community of people. All right. Let me scroll back in here. All right. Love you too. Be careful. Where we at here? Okay. KDP Writer says, I'm just coming to YouTube not too long ago, but I have a platform where I offer my services. Oh, nice. Okay.
What kind of service?
You're leaving. Bye. All right. Nice. Yeah. Hopefully, you're going to be able to put some of that stuff on YouTube because I'm sure a lot of people would like to check it out. You saw you got a lot of irons in the fire. Um, Image sure says like and subscribe. Hey, thank you for that. Yeah, guys, if you can, please do. We got 33 likes, guys. It's funny because when I do these lives, I look up and I have like 7 likes, and all of a sudden, a couple minutes later, I look up, there's like 20 likes. So, thank you guys who've come in and hit that like. I appreciate you. It definitely helps our channel out, keeps us, rolling in the algorithm, and definitely gives us, the the impression that you like what we're doing. So thank you for that. 11 million in the building. Thank you guys. Um, we got Sis CK. Thank you. I love the Chon says back in the stream. Busy day on the wheel. Yeah, man, I hear you. Uh, hopefully it's not going too crazy there for you, man. Hopefully that was a quick little thing you had to take care of, and now you can just chill for the rest of the day. But how you doing, bro? Other than that, how you doing? Man, Leonila, thank you. Golden Gate was here. He said message retracted. What, man? Golden Gate? What the heck? Image Church says they are good to the kids and us all together. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Golden Gate says, hey, what's happening, Alpha Male? Yeah, man, I'm just here, telling my woman how it is, and pretty much putting all these cuck beta males down and beating them up, and that's what I do. That's how I get down. Man, come on. I ain't with all that. Oh man, I ain't with all that, man. And you know what? Just again, just one last thing I'm gonna say about that. When I hear stuff like that, I hear weakness. I hear weakness. Guys, you know what? Not trying to brag or boast or be like I'm that guy, because I'm the first to tell you, I've had my ass kicked, and the first thing that teaches you is some humility, okay? And even when I was boxing, I think I was pretty good at it, but there was always somebody better than me, and that did two things for me. One, it kept me humble, and two, it kept me trying to get better. So the only thing I can say about this whole alpha male stuff is there are the positive side is that it may be helping some guys, maybe go work out, maybe gives them a little more confidence, that's great. But the downside of it is it comes at the expense of you, you know, losing your own dignity because you're treating other people like crap. If you're the kind of person that needs to put other people down or feel that you're above other people, you're weak. You're weak, in my opinion. Like I said, real strength comes from being a part of a community, being a part of other people who you're uplifting. That's where real strength comes from, not by pushing people down. It will never come from that. And that is wisdom as old as time, right there. And I didn't make that up. That was handed down from the ages. Let's see. KDP Wright says, do you know about Fiverr? It's a platform that enables people to showcase their services, either a writer, designer, programmer, etc. No, I am not aware of that, but I will. Let me take a screenshot. I'll look into that. There we go. I'll check it out. Maybe Lady Logan might know about that. I'm sure she would know about it. Big Russ says the wife has returned. Gotta bounce. Peace, everyone. Take it easy. Hey, Russ, thank you, bro. Take it easy. And shout out to the wife. I hope everything's going good for you guys there. Stay safe, man. And I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully, Icy Blizzard, one of these people is gonna have a good live coming up pretty soon. I'll catch you there, bro. Ma'am CK, thank you. I love Lachon says 3:55 in Kelly. Yep. Yeah, 4 o'clock. No, I'm a little bit behind, guys. I'm sorry. Sis CK, thank you. I love the channel says, so she's a nudist. Yeah, man. Just walks around naked all throughout the neighborhood. People know, they just leave her alone. They think, ooh, she's cuckoo. James Jam Jars back again. Your wife looks great naked. Thank you. That's what I tell her. She does not have a lot of confidence in herself. You'd think that somebody who walks around naked every day, out in public, they would be confident. She just doesn't have the confidence. She's working on it though. She's coming out of her shell slowly but surely. Let's see. Image sure says James respect the life. Oh, James is just James is just trying to be funny. That's all. Just being a funny guy. Sis EB, good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining, sis. Welcome to the live. We got 9 million in the building, 35 likes. I'm hoping to get to your level someday, sis. A real 1 million. You get really 1 million people in the chat. I'm just pretending. Says EB, how you doing? Good morning. She says hi, host. And BIY says hi, Ebel Bearstein. And she says believe, hello. Share. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. That's where I'm getting all the likes from. Since EB shared us, that's where we're getting all the likes from, and all the people coming in here. Let's see. BIY says, or I'm sorry, I love the Chone says that. Yeah, that was a quickie. Nothing to complain about. Just a couple more years to retirement. Yeah, bro. I'm rooting for you, man. You, Blizzard, Brother Time, a lot of you guys, man. I was right where you were at. These last few years before I retired, I was right there, man. I just couldn't wait. I could taste that retirement. And sometimes it seems like time slows down a little bit, but it really does pick up. And I hope you're getting to that point, bro. I really do. I'm rooting for you guys, man, because it's amazing. Being retired is really great. As long as you got your finances in order and all that stuff, of course. But it's really great. All right. Hey, I just got a notification for one of my peeps, Griselda Alfaro. She's gonna be going live, so I'm gonna be clicking off here in a minute, guys. Um, let's see. I love the Jones laughing. Emily Nilla, thank you. Being here from the beginning. Thank you so much, sis or ma'am. James Jam Jar says my girlfriend cheated on me 9 times, but I'm gonna marry her. She's my queen. Good luck. I say good luck to you. I would advise against it, but good luck to you. I hope it works out. I love that Jones says 1 million in the chat and no one would be able to read the comments. That's how it is in EB's lives. If you've never seen her live, she does lives pretty much every night, and it's an awesome live. So many people in there. She sings. She laughs. She has just a great presence about her, and she just basically promotes other people's channels. Remember what I said about lifting other people up? That's where real strength comes from, guys. I see a woman like EB, and I say to myself, that's a strong woman right there. That's a great woman right there. She's lifting other people up. She doesn't have to push anybody down. That is what a strong person does, guys. And I don't remember who it was that was asking about the alpha male stuff. That is what being an alpha, if there's such a thing, that's what it is. You are somebody that lifts other people up. You are somebody that pushes other people out ahead of you. That's what being a real good human being is. So shout out to Sis Evie. Uh, where were we at here? What does it say here? I can't hardly read that one. Something goo goo gaga. James, she belongs to Sun at this point. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Golden Gate says, I love the Chone. What's up, brother? I'm watching the SP 500 closely. Got to make sure the retirement portfolio is on the right track. Yeah, man. That is definitely something I recommend people do. Invest, especially you young people. Get yourself a little Roth. Uh, Start throwing as much money as you can in that thing, so that when you retire, hopefully you have a good pension. But when you retire, you got that extra little nest egg on the side. I wish I would have started mine early. I'm doing fine. If I would have started earlier, man, I would be rich. I'd be real rich. So yeah, I'm good on you, Golden Gate. Keep it up, brother. I love the Chone says, thanks, Cisco. It's moving fast. And my finances are in order, but my wife is high maintenance. So that may be a problem. Well, I don't know. It could be. But you got to talk it out with her. You guys got to be on the same page. That's why I had to talk to my wife. She's not high maintenance, I wouldn't say, but we just had differences in how we ran our finances, and now she's on page now. We're good. Emily Nilla, thank you so much. Golden Gate says, Cisco, your comments on Alpha Illusion would be a good video. Walk and talk like when you were walking in Florida. Yeah, man, I might have to do that one of these times. I know there's been a lot of stuff already said about that kind of stuff, but I have my own little take on it. That might be a good idea, bro. I'm gonna keep that in here. I love Lachon says Golden Gate, hey Golden Gate, or hey Golden, good to see you on the chat. Doing good with the portfolio. Nice. I love Lachon says I wish I could have started earlier too. I'd be rich. I'm telling you, man. And people told me I just didn't listen. I didn't listen. I was too busy living in the here and now. And that is the number one advice I give to young people. Live for today. Don't say to yourself, when I retire, I'm going to do this, or someday I'm going to do that. Do that stuff today if you can, but also balance it out with planning for the future. Make sure that you're happy in the present. You're living your life. You're going for goals. But remember, when you're young, if you're like me, you don't see yourself at 50. You don't see yourself at 60. You just think, I'm just living right now, and who knows what's going to happen. Tomorrow's not promised. And you're right, tomorrow's not promised. But the vast majority of people, they live to be in their 60s, 70s, because the average age right now, I want to say in the United States at least, is 70 something, mid 70s, upper 70s. So most people are going to live to be around that age range, and plan for that. Plan to be that old. Plan that you're going to retire someday. Start putting that money away right now. You will thank yourself. Your older self will thank your younger self. I am very proud of the guy, me, a few years ago that started putting money into investment accounts. I've got a good amount now, and we're good. We're good. We're not rich, but we're good. And that's why I say, get yourself to that point. Plan, live for today, but plan for the future. Yeah, definitely. I would have been rich. I love Chunks' good advice. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just passing on stuff that I learned. But hey, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I've been on a little over an hour and a half. We got 8 million in the building, 35 likes. Thank you so much. And I'm enjoying doing these lives, guys. I'm not very active as far as the food deliveries. I think the most I've ever had is one on these lives. But it's really nice to be able to focus on you guys and chat. And it means a lot to me that you guys show up. The people who are my normal peeps that I converse with. Thank you so much for coming back and supporting. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot to me. And all the new people that come in and share their thoughts and their positivity. Again, that gives me even more motivation. Not only just my regular peeps that I want to entertain and talk to, but the new people that come in gives me motivation, man. That people like what we're doing. Our subscriber count keeps going up, so that tells me that we're doing good. Watch hours are getting close to 4,000, so hopefully be able to get monetized pretty soon. If we can, great. If we can't, it is what it is. But we're working on it, guys. But we love our channel. We love you guys. Again, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. Um, I love the Chon says it was tough in the past because the unemployment was high. Now that it's easier to stay employed, it's time to retire. Yeah, man. Seriously, seriously. And I was talking to somebody a couple lives ago about that, about how it's tough for young people these days, man. The opportunities are much different now. In some ways there's more opportunities, but it's just, I think it's just harder to use those opportunities, harder to get into those opportunities than it was when we were first coming up. It wasn't too long ago that you could go work a factory job and you could be the only breadwinner in the house, and you could have a pretty good life. You could have a house, you could have a car, you could have a couple kids, you can go on vacation at least once a year. That was a decent life. Now it's very difficult to do that. You usually need two incomes now to do that, and even then, it's tough. And that I'll save all that for a whole other live stream one day when I go off on the system. But for now, I just want to say, yeah, it's nice to get to that point in our lives where we can see that light at the end of the tunnel. I told my wife when I was getting close, I said, I no longer can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can feel the warmth from that light. And I think that's where you're going to be real soon, bro, if you're not already there. So yeah, man, just keep chugging away, brother. Keep chugging away, and don't you stop planning. You're not there yet. Keep putting money away. Keep planning. Keep getting yourself ready, and Yeah, we'll talk more, bro. Lady Logan's back. Hey, Lady Logan, there was somebody in here. Let me scroll back. I don't remember their exact name. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Ah, KDP Writer. KDP Writer. They do a lot of writing and publishing and stuff like that. You might want to scroll back through, sis, and kind of find them. KDP Writer. I believe they have a channel, and there was another app or site that they go to that they use. But it made me think of you. So scroll back if you get a chance, sis. Um, I love the Jones says, hopefully soon, Cisco. It will be, bro. It'll be like that. My parents' generation was like, yeah. I think our parents' generation, kind of our generation, a little bit was like that. I mean, I when I was married, my previous wife, most of the time I was the breadwinner in the house. She worked here and there, um, but we still had an okay life. I mean, it wasn't like we were really struggling. I mean, there was a time around 2009 when everybody was kind of struggling, but other than that, we did pretty good. But those days, I kind of feel like they're past unless you really got an amazing job. One person has to have an amazing job for you to live like that. Um, Gotta go. Another get call. Bye all. Yeah, I love the tone. Take care, brother. I'm gonna be heading out here too, guys. Rose colored glass says I could hear in the BG. Thanks. Let's go. Okay, good. Yeah, that it'd be interesting to hear your opinion on what they got going on with their channel. So CK, thank you so much. But guys, I'm gonna shut this off. If you get a chance, check out Griselda Alfaro, her live stream, and Margie TV. Check out her live stream. They're gonna be live streaming here pretty soon. And all the people here in the chat, if you can get a chance, click on each other's channel. People with content, people who are YouTubers, please support them. And guys, just be positive. Spread that positivity. The people in my communities that I'm down with, that's what we talk about. Positivity, positivity. Um, we have to counter some of this BS that's going on in the world. Um, a lot of these people think they're the big shots, the alpha males, the tough people, and all that. They're the weakest ones, guys. We're the ones with the strength because we have community. That's what real strength comes from. So remember that. But be kind, guys. BIY says thank you, Cisco International Byron. Thank you, bro, for showing up as always. Much appreciated. The dad jokes on point today. BIY says hi, Golden Gate. Golden Gate says, hey, take it easy, family, stay up. Golden Gate saying, BIY, sup? All right, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. And we'll see you somewhere down the road. Again, stay kind. Strength is kindness, guys. Kindness is strength.